you. Hi, I'm Karen Bernardello. I'm from Cinema Daily US. Thank you
Nice
again
to
for
meet you.
me too. Thank you again for taking the time to speak with me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to get started asking about the development of the script. What was that process like of really getting the story together, and what was the inspiration in writing the story?
Well, it started as a science fiction idea that we had about a buoy and a satellite who were separated by impossible distances and figured out a way to connect. But it didn't really become the movie that we made until we realized it was more than a science fiction story. It was a love story about transformation, a story about us and these two new beings who are trying to figure out what it means to be alive and in love and what a human is when all that they have left is just what we've put on the internet, and they have to discern the difference between how we present ourselves and who we actually are.
Going into directing the film together, what was that experience like with the film being your first feature together, directing? How did you approach going from working on the story into directing the film?
Yeah, I think we complement each other well. Like things that I'm strong at, you know, are help Andrew, and things that he's strong at help me. And it's just like a very fluid back and forth, like a improvisation.
Speaking of the improvisation and in terms of working with the cast, how did you work together with the two of them and really figuring out their character? How did you decide how to really work together and for you to really build the characters in the script?
Well, we started with Deja and Leon. So the first day of the shoot, we had them build out their internet personas because that was what the characters would base everything off of moving forward. And then as far as working with Kristen and Steven, I mean, they're just such singular artists that they were the characters already. There was very little manipulation that had to be done, if any. And it was really just about creating like a safe, fun, comfortable space where we could all explore, make fools of ourselves, like take risks, and just really feel safe to explore all aspects of the character.
In terms of technology, like you were mentioning earlier, and the internet maybe outlasting humanity, how important for you is that as filmmakers to showcase how AI and technology overall is really showcasing how humanity is? Was that something that you really wanted to set out as filmmakers to explore in your first feature together as well?
Well, this is more of a movie about us than AI, really. We saw AI as an opportunity to have these two new beings look at who we are from a place without all the baggage that we bring to, what humanity is or what the internet is. These are two beings that don't know anything about humankind. And just with the evidence that's left behind on the internet, they have to figure out what we believed in, how we saw ourselves, maybe the difference between the pretense and the reality of being a person. And so it was just an opportunity to really explore humankind now, as opposed to exploring anything about technology or
Yeah.
artificial intelligence,
And
honestly.
and how handicapped the characters are in terms of figuring out what humanity is, because all they're looking at is branded content. A almost like a shadow of
Hmm.
self.
So, in terms of the visuals for the film, how did you really blend the live action with the animation? And what was that process like in approach and really finding that balance on set as well?
Well, it's a love story about transformation, so we were, obsessed about the transformation. We were, we always knew that it would be, it can be jarring. It can be, disconcerting to see the same character take on so many different forms. But we think it's really important that we all can take on as many forms as we want to or are capable of taking. So it was really about the evolution and the transformation.
Thank you both very much again for taking the time to speak
Of
with me. I
course. Thank
appreciate
you. It
it.
was nice to
Thank
meet
you
you.
again.
Thank you.
You too. Thanks again. Bye.